streak fur against cold stone, eyes like embers barely shone. You didn't flinch when I drew near, just held your breath and disappeared. I wrapped you soft in borrowed thread. Your heartbeat whispered, don't let go. Now you run where the wind blows free. No more chains, no empty cage, just sky and me. Every scar you carry sings of how the lost can learn to breathe again. Weeks of quiet, slow repair, stitches fading, trust laid bare. You'd watch my hands with wary grace, then nudge my palm, a timid trace. One dawn you stood without a sound and turned your face towards solid ground. Now you run where the wind blows free. No more chains, no empty cage, just sky and me. Every scar you carry sings of how the lost can learn to breathe again. You taught me courage wears no name, just steady steps through fear and flame. Now you run where the wind blows free. No more chains, no empty cage, just sky and me. Every scar you carry sings of how the lost can learn to breathe again. Can't quite find your face. Soft breath, endless space, your name just out of reach. Something in the silence, hands brushing away, falling. Echoes hold the night, almost say what I mean. Hold you when I can't speak, trace hope on your skin. You feel close in a while. Everything's kind, calm and dangerous. In my dreams, I'm still brave enough to love you. All the words I lost feel warm and true. Fear never finds me, only you. You say my name when oh goodbye, in that world we never lie. Morning breaks, edges around you, light and I watch you fade. Day pulls you away too soon. Wait for me tonight, just this hush remains. Eyes closed, you breathe me. Almost honest, always almost. In my dreams, I'm still brave enough to love you. All the words I lost feel warm and true. Fear never finds me, only you. You say my name, we know goodbye, in that world we never lie. Rising like a tide, long to you be lost. Every night I run back to you. In my dreams, I'm still brave enough to love you. Courage lives only between dusk and noonday. But I someday awake and call your name. The sunlight takes you, I remain still brave enough. At least in my